All right, what's going on, guys? Today, I know a lot of you have been asking me about how to play early waves. Like, yo, Haxer, things really changed in this season. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Should I do a 3-wave crash? Should I do 4? What should I do? And frankly, I was feeling this way too at the start of the season. And it was kind of pissing me off because it was like everything I had learned in the past was kind of just thrown out the window. You know, all the game plans I had for every single matchup for the champions I played was kind of erased, you know? It was useless. And so, yeah, like all of you, I was kind of confused and pissed off because I couldn't figure out what was best. But I have now. I tried using combat sums, didn't like it, went back to teleport, but I use it differently. And so I want to go over and make this video to show you guys what I'm doing, how I'm able to be Grandmaster already. I am like rank 40 on the server or something like that. I don't know. I've been having a lot of success. If you check my OPGG, been winning a lot more games running teleport. You can see down below I was trying combat sums every game, and I just wasn't doing well, right? Like I might get first blood a few games, but I would always end up being down XP, and it didn't feel good, right? So then I switched back to teleport and just started winning a lot more games, having much better laning phases, you know, winning lane a lot more often, and overall it's been going well. And so, I want to break it down. I'm going to break it down in this Google Doc for you guys, which I'll have in the description below. And then we're going to take a look at some games where I can kind of show you guys examples. So, Season 15 changes. They made Cannon Wave spawn on Wave 4 instead of Wave 3, right? Waves push faster, I've noticed, because of the minion percentage damage. And Teleport takes longer, but the cooldown is much shorter, especially if you use Cosmic Insight now. You can get 3 teleports off in one laning phase, which is huge in my opinion, right? Like if you use it minute 330 or so, like after crashing wave 3 or wave 4, whatever, and just use it to get back to lane immediately, even if you just crashed a wave, just to make sure you miss no XP, it'll already be back up by minute 730 if you're running Cosmic Insight. And then you can use it again at minute 12, you know? It's very strong. I think teleport usage just has to change, and then you'll actually like the changes, right? In the past, we all would use teleport when we're caught in a bad wave state or when we don't want to miss a wave that enemy's crashing. But now, I think you can just use it every time it's up just to maximize the amount of XP you get and the pressure that you have on the map, right? So, in Season 14, you would always have a plan, like 3-wave crash, reset, and then kill them on the bounce, or you give prio, you play the bounce, whatever, right? Wave management, in my opinion, was more important in Season 14 because the waves pushed slower and there wasn't as much trading and fighting going on. So the way that you would build advantages in Season 14 was through, like, freezes and shit like that, right? That's how you would get solo kills, build advantages. It's different in Season 15. Now, in my opinion, you just use teleport to maximize how much XP you get, and you always try to, like, trade more aggressively. Take good trades, try to kill people. Even if you get frozen, it's not a big deal. It doesn't feel as bad this season because of how fast minions kill each other. Easier to break freezes, and even if you get frozen on, it's less punishing because you can like go get roses, you might have prio for grubs, and because people are focused a lot more from feats of strength on getting those early grubs, you're going to have a lot more opportunities to get comeback kills and team fights and shit like that, right? With skirmishes. So, yeah, Season 15 wave management, I don't think you necessarily need a plan, right? People ask me, like, what should I do in this matchup? What should I be trying to do every game? I have been flexible with it, right? Like, depending on how the trades go on the first 2 waves, level 1 and 2, I might crash wave 2, right? If I'm playing Jax and I take a really good E trade, but I chunk the wave, hit level 2 and take another really good, like, Q E trade, but I chunk the wave in the process, it's okay. I just crash wave 2. If I've damaged them enough, I will just trim wave 3 and then crash wave 4 when it comes and reset and TP back, right? If they don't trade with you, then maybe you do a 3-wave crash and you TP immediately back. Or if it's a champion where you don't think you win level 2 at an even state, then maybe you 2-wave crash, you know, and you let them slow push into you and play the bounce. Maybe, like I said, you do a 3-wave crash, and this is what I've been doing a lot. A 3 or 4-wave crash, and I just TP back immediately right on the wave so that I miss no XP. It works really well. I enjoy it. Or, you know, obviously there's matchups where you're going to have to give prio because you're weaker level 1, and play the bounce. But overall, I want you guys to be more adaptable, right? Instead of going into every game with like a set in stone plan, just trade well and then play the waves from there. Whereas before it was like, in my opinion, it was focus on the wave and then trade based off the wave. Now I feel like in these early first few waves, you trade and then you manage the wave according to how the trades go, right? Yeah, teleport is king, I think. Like I said, I tried doing the combat sums thing. Didn't feel good. I was always down in XP. And so now I like running Cosmic Insight and being able to teleport 3 times in a single laning phase. It's fucking awesome. I literally will just teleport right back on the wave after resetting so that I don't miss a single melee minion and I'm always ahead in XP or even, right? Like I said before, freezes are less punishing because you get roses, prow, and grub, shit like that. And finally, you know, if you do play a champion that takes combat sums, like Darius, I don't fucking know who are some other ones, Riven, shit like that, maybe Olaf, then keep doing that, right? You don't need to take teleport. But for my champs, Fiora and Jax, I love teleport right now. I absolutely love teleport. Like Garen as well, just keep taking Ignite. It's still pretty good. But for if you're a champ that runs teleport, I would take it, and I would see if you could use Cosmic Insight as well, because you'll notice the cooldown. Anyway, none of this matters if I don't show you guys gameplay, so we're gonna go take a look at some game reviews of some matches I've played recently, where I feel like my wave management and control early game was really good. So, I'll see you there. Alright, so our first game here, we have Jax versus Fiora, right? This guy's a challenger. He was challenger last split. Not challenger right now, obviously, but Jax versus Fiora. So, how this matchup goes, Jax gets pushed, right? So, I'm walking in, playing a little aggressively, stun her, hit her a bit, walk away, get pushed on the wave, right? We're just hitting minions, looking to trade on her, right? Just walking at her, getting our grass procs, hitting her with our E a bit, getting pushed on the wave, right? And in this scenario, the wave is pushing slow enough and she's not taking extended trades with me, right? Or, sorry, she is. She's trading more, so the wave is pushing slower, right? So, wave 3 comes, and I end up crashing it, right? And we take these really aggressive trades, and I notice, you know, she's really low on health. So I don't want to reset. I want to push this advantage, right? I could have crashed wave 3 and reset here, but because this Fiora is low, I feel as though I have the ability to kill her when this wave 4 comes, right? And so that's how I'm playing. She hits a parry, but I'm fighting in my wave, right? My minions are hitting her. Hit a little Q auto W. She dies. We farm a bit. Take some minions, immediately reset, and TP back. That's another thing I want you guys to look at, actually, is before, after you get a kill like this, you would like want to immediately reset. But guys, because teleport takes longer to come in now, right? Like it'll take her 8 seconds to come back. You can like greed these minions, greed these waves a bit, and farm a bit longer, right? Like she starts her teleport, and I take a few more minions, and then back up and reset. And you'll see, I literally just teleport right on the wave. And now in the past, you would be like, dude, what the fuck is this teleport? But I literally don't care. With this new TP, because the cooldown's so low, dude, I just want to get here as soon as possible. In the past, I would never want to teleport here unless she tries to freeze it. But now, I literally just teleport to be in lane as much as possible, right? Get back, trading on her aggressively some more. Wave starts bouncing into us, resetting vital here. And you'll see I'm still just trading aggressively when I can. Jungler comes, dodge her parry, get the stun. She dies. And I believe I probably reset here and just let it push into me. Because of the home guards boost, you can run back. So it's still good to do stuff like that, right? It's still good to keep some of those fundamentals from last season in mind. Like resetting when it's pushing into you and you just killed them. So that they miss the max amount of XP because their teleport's down. But overall, I just want you guys to understand how I played this, right? It's like I didn't have a plan going into this lane. I didn't plan on doing a 3 or 4 wave crash, whatever. I ended up crashing wave 3 and taking good trades, which allowed me to stay and get a kill on her, right? And then like I said, I TP back immediately on the wave, which is something you wouldn't do in past season. You'd have to TP here and walk all the way. Feels like shit. But now you can just TP right on the wave, and it's pretty chill, right? The rest of this lane is just me killing her a shit ton more. Like, I kind of just run over this Fiora. We end up losing the game because enemy mid jungler too good. But, yeah. That's what I wanted to go over. That's the first example. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, so this next game I'm playing against Palco, right? I'm playing Fiora versus the best Garen in NA, right? I usually have a decent bit of trouble against this guy. He's really good at spacing. He's just really good at Garen, to be honest. Like, this dude's nuts at Garen. But we take some good trades level 1, right? God, I fuck up an auto attack there. It makes me so sad to watch that. It's so bad. But we're just trading level 1 again, right? And I've been doing this in all my matchups, dude. I love just brawling with people early game. It feels really good to do. And much less punishing if you get in a bad lane state. So, we take a little Q trade there, parry his Q, and here it's a free solo kill, right? We parried him. He's got nothing left. Get the kill, and you'll see, I just trim it a bit, right? Slow push it in, eventually, right? I eventually use minion waves and good trading to get this crashed. And then you'll see, I reset again. Okay, he stops my recall with a good ignite, which sucks. But guys, what I would have done here is as soon as I crash this wave, I would recall, say this recall went through, I would recall and TP immediately right back on the wave. Whereas in the past, you would crash a wave, and because teleport timer is so long, the cooldown, you would walk all the way back, right, and try to catch some of these minions. It's different now. You can reset like this and just teleport immediately back on the wave and make sure you maximize as much XP as possible. And now something else I want to go over in this game is Grub's Prio, right? So on Fiora in the past season, I would always itemize Tiamat last. I would build this last because I wanted to be able to freeze the wave, right? And Tiamat gives you wave clear. It's impossible to freeze pretty much with Tiamat. It's much harder. Now it's different. I've been building Tiamat first every single game because it's important to be able to constantly shove your opponent in. If you can do that, then it means you get first prio on grubs every single time, right? So you'll see this game. I just, if we go back a bit here, right? I get back to lane and I immediately shove the wave. Frankly, I should have shoved this one too. This was a bit of a mistake. But guys, I want you to, when grubs are coming up, really focus on just crashing the wave, making your laner lose XP so you can play the grubs. I don't do it in this game, so maybe it wasn't the best one to take a look at. I think I should have pushed this wave first with my Tiamat clear. Looking back on it, would have been the best play. You push the wave, and then you play grubs, right? So if you're a Fiora player, you're on a champion who can build Tiamat early, I think it's good. I think it's good at securing prio. It's good for clearing these waves fast. And yeah, with everyone playing for feats of strength now, you'll see how this goes, right? Like, you get our early lead, and then this is just a fucking brawl up in here, dude. An absolute fucking brawl. Kill the Garen, parry the Vel, or the fucking Vex. Kill her ass too. Don't think we end up killing Tom Kench. But yeah, we shove the wave, recall, run back. And I'm sure there's another point in this game where I just end up reset and TPing immediately. From this point, Garen's lane is kind of over. It's really hard for him to play. But yeah, you'll see I'm literally just trading aggressively and shoving wave after wave after wave. And what this does is it keeps Garen locked under his tower, so I can get all these roses. I can have prio on the grubs. I can go ward and mess with Kayn if I want. And that's what you should be focusing to do. I don't think freezing is the play anymore. I don't think it's as strong. Obviously, it depends on your champion and matchup, but I don't think it's as strong to freeze a wave in front of your tower and look for kills anymore. I think if you can get a lead and just perma shove into them, yes, it lets them get XP and be chilling, but it also means that you get all the roses in the lane, you get prio on grubs, and overall, you'll just be first to every single fight. First mover advantage, right? It's really good. I end up throwing my shutdown like a fucking pig there, dude. Don't mind that. But, yeah, we're going to look at the next example. It'll be another Jax game versus Quant Urgot. Alright, so this next game, we're against Quant on Urgot. I always have trouble with this matchup usually. So this is a matchup where I give prio, right? I'm not trying to get prio as Jax in this matchup. I'm just trying to get some CS when I can, not get chunked out too hard, and then play the bounce. So you'll see he crashes wave 2, wave 3 comes, slow push it, and now here, for some reason, Quant is scared to walk up here. I actually think he messes up here. I think his champion, Urgot versus Jax, is strong enough to come up here, trim this wave 3, and then crash wave 4. But you'll see what ends up happening, right? I hit my level 3 first, just by clearing the minions first when it's near my tower. And I walk up and zone him off XP, right? I'm just playing up as far as possible to deny this guy as much XP as possible. Dodges E. And then we just take a really aggressive trade because we have push, right? It's still the same fundamentals from Season 14. When you're pushing a wave into them, it's okay to trade aggressively, right? Like, this looks doomed at first glance, but it's not. It's not bad, right? Because we have the push on the wave, we can get it crashed. And watch. You'll see what I do here. I crash the wave, and in the past, you would run back, right? But I don't. I TP immediately on the wave, right? Like I was talking about. You TP immediately to the wave when you crash it. Or in Quant's position, right? You reset and you TP immediately on the wave. And you just use that low teleport timer to get as much XP as possible. And now you'll see we're even XP. And in this matchup, which I think is hard for Jax, we're actually in a decent spot now, right? And the way this is, since grub spawn is 6 minutes, this will slow push into me, and then I'll be able to slow push and have prio for grubs eventually, if I play correctly, right? Grubs are spawning soon, so I get the slow push here, get it in there, and like I said, I'm just thinking about my jungler doing grubs, right? So because I push this wave in, and I have prio, and I can move if Gargus needs it, we get grubs for free. They have to take dragon. It's chill. This lets us get first tower easier, and overall benefits us as a team. So that's an example of when you give prio, and also shows, you know, what I've been doing, which is just TPing straight on the wave after my first reset, right? I don't care when you recall. I don't care how you play the first few waves. As long as you're using your first teleport to not miss any XP, it's good. So do that. That's what's been working for me, and that's what I've been enjoying. We're going to take a look at one more game. I'm thinking it's this one I played against a Camille, but I'm not sure. So I'll see you guys there. All right, so this final one that we're going to look at is another example where actually, this Camille plays it pretty well, right? But the point of this video is not necessarily to show me stomping every top laner, right? It's more just to show what I think is best and what's been working for me in all my matches, right? So I play the trades, as I was saying, right? I play to trade well, try to chunk her out if possible. And overall, I'm just playing, yeah, with a focus on trading. I'm not caring as much about my wave because whether I crash wave 2 or wave 3, it's whatever. I don't really care either way, right? And so the way it ends up playing out is I crash wave 4, or wave 3, I mean, and I just take a reset, right? And this is what I was talking about. Is like normally in the past you wouldn't want to do this, but I reset and I just teleport straight back on the wave. And you'll see what ends up happening here. If you look at this, because I get wave 3 crash first, right, and I reset and TP on the wave first, I don't miss any XP, right? I don't miss any of these melees because she resets second. She misses 1 melee and 1 cannon of XP, right? So because I got my reset off first and my TP off first, I end up with a decent little XP advantage over her, right? I'm half a level up on her. And this is what I want you guys to do. You know, normally you would crash a wave and reset and run back. You'll end up being down XP. Instead, just reset and TP immediately on the wave. It's so much better. I promise you guys it will work for you. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. Make sure to give my Twitch a follow. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content I made in the past and I make now. But yeah, I hope this helps some of you out. I actually feel like I have a decent grip on this season. It's just like play for trading, use your TP aggressively to get as much XP as possible, and play for grubs in the laning phase, right? Try to get prio for your jungler to get the grubbies, the grub hubs, because I'm pretty sure I do that in this game as well, right? We crash a wave. Camille crashes a slow push, and I come back and I fast push this before she gets back, just so that we can get grubs with no fear of them contesting us, right? So those are 3 things: trade aggressively, be adaptable in your waves, right? If you want to crash wave 2 and then clear wave 3 or whatever, or let them push back into you, it doesn't really matter. The biggest piece of advice I could give, especially to those of you that play teleport champs, is to just TP right back on the wave. And one example I didn't show this game was doing a 2-wave crash and then it coming back and trimming wave 3 and then crashing wave 4. You can do that as well. I just looked through my recent games and I didn't end up doing that in any of them. But I remember I did it against a Poppy, right? So if you trade really hard on the first 2 waves, get them crashed, when wave 3 comes back and it meets in this area, you can slowly push it, and then wave 4 will come in this area, and then you crash and reset. And again, TP straight back, right? So yeah. If you want to book a coaching session, by the way, that's also in the description. But thank you all so much for watching, supporting me, all that good shit. I will be... God, dude, I can't talk today. I will be live on Twitch in like an hour or so, as soon as this finishes uploading. So, doses.